Okay, we're going to transition over to what we like to call Fowler's Facts. We're bringing in our stat man, Clinton Fowler. Last week, we gave some data on the 450 division. This week, we're going to talk 250 class. And you know that's going to mean Jett Lawrence at the top. Jett Lawrence, who's won the last 3 titles he's competed for. You can be our stat man, Clinton, but the word man is Daniel Blair. Because, Daniel, you were throwing this generational talent thing out there a little while ago, and people were questioning it. But now we have numbers to back it up, Daniel.
Yeah, I got some heat when that first came out. And for me, it was the eye test. I saw him doing things on the motorcycle that others weren't, especially for his age. And I took a little bit of a leap. I said he's a generational talent, and lucky for me, he's won 3 titles since. So what do those stats look like? Because we all know Jett's special, but he's starting to rack up the wins.
Yeah, Daniel, I think you called it. Your eye test was spot on. Jett is generational. And what's really interesting is to look at where he sits amongst some of the all-time legends. So if you look at the absolute top of the echelon, you got James Stewart, Ricky Carmichael, Ryan Villopoto. Those guys absolutely killed it when they were in 59 races into their career, which is a number of races Jett Lawrence is in. Those guys were absolutely the top 3. No questions asked. But when you look at who he's right next to, Chad Reed. You look at who he's in front of, Jimmy McGrath, Ryan Dungey, Eli Tomac. These guys are guys we know are all-time greats, and he's got a lot more wins in more champions than any of those 3 guys. So clearly is a generational talent amongst the all-time greats.
Daniel, I guess the real question is, okay, that's history, right? But everybody wants to know about Jett, the future and the present. So what are you thinking there, Daniel?
Well, I mean, we'll start with the names he's mentioned: James Stewart, Ricky Carmichael, Villopoto. These are all-time greats. These are the Mount Rushmores. Pick who you want to put up there. But I'm interested in how he compares to the field he's racing this year in 2023, because on paper, he seems to be the best. Visually, I still think he's the best. But there are young riders coming up that are going to have to deal with a very polished and perfected Jett Lawrence, Clinton.
Yeah, Daniel, you're spot on. I mean, obviously the eye test is there. The numbers are there. He compares against the all-time greats. So you look at 2023. Anybody that doesn't have him as a favorite to win the championship clearly hasn't been watching, right? But there are a few guys in the mix. In particular, the one that sticks out for me, Austin Forkner. 82 races into his career, 13 wins. Of all the competition, that's for sure the closest, assuming he races on the West Coast. But Austin's challenge has been injuries. 4 seasons, 4 injuries where he's missed races. You can't win championships if you miss races. So when I look at it and I think about 2023, I think he's got the championship. I think it's going to be on Austin. It's going to be on a guy like RJ Hampshire. Joe Shimoda maybe could step up. It's going to be on those guys to step up and try to compete for that championship. But you got to go with Jett as the favorite going into the season.
Clinton Fowler, thanks for all the information. We'll talk to you again next week, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.